Welcome to the Made in Walker podcast. It's the podcast that connects you to the people, the stories, and the ideas shaping our community. From local innovators to everyday change makers, we're diving deep into what makes Walker a great place to live, work, and grow. Now here's your host, Steve Kelso.
Hello and welcome to this edition of the Made in Walker podcast. On August 4th, City of Walker and Feyen Zylstra will be hosting a national night out, and here to talk with me today about that is Officer Tyler Glass with the Walker Police Department and Kylie Lopo, who works in marketing and communications for Feyen Zylstra. This is a long-time event that's been going on for I don't know how many years, 12 in just this location, but it gives you an opportunity to reach out and really talk to the people you serve, doesn't it? Tell me about that.
Yeah, so National Night Out again it's the first Tuesday in August. It goes from 6 to 8:30, and it's a great event to where community can come out, interact with public safety, get to know their first responders that answer the call for service to them whenever they call 911. But it kind of gives us in a different light because normally when people see us or interact with us, it's usually not a good day for them because they're calling 911. That's why they need emergency services. So this is just like a local, like get to know your local first responders. Typically National Night Out is built around neighborhood safety. That's kind of why it began. And just different strategies to keep their neighborhood safe, what to look out for. If they have just any basic questions when it comes to that, that's what we're there for, to kind of answer those questions.
So police will be there, fire will be there?
Police, fire. We should have commissioners there as well. The mayor will be making his rounds because we have 3 events within the city just for National Night Out. So they'll be making their rounds there. They can ask us questions about the city functions, again, neighborhood safety, but police, fire, and commissioners will all be there.
So I imagine it's also a good opportunity for the neighbors not only to get to know their public servants in a little better way, a little more human way, but to know their neighbors a little better too. And that's probably where your organization comes in. Tell me about your history with National Night Out and why your company got involved.
It will be our 12th year hosting National Night Out. And we knew initially when we moved into our new headquarters, which, fun fact, it used to be an elementary school, that we wanted to find a way to connect with and support the community. And we thought, what better way to do that by hosting National Night Out? And yeah, the nature of the event is to promote police, neighborhood relationships and, support neighborhood camaraderie. Hence why we partner with Walker PD to host this event.
To put together an event for 1,000 people requires a lot of planning. You two have been working on this for a while together. Talk to me a little about that, either of you.
Yeah. So with us in the community outreach unit, which is what I'm in, there's only 2 of us in there, and event planning is a very small part of what we do. There's a lot that comes into our job. And so to have a business partner like Feyen Zylstra and Kylie here, they do a lot of the heavy lifting for us, which takes a lot off of our plate. Because again, we still have calls for service, other events, other requests from businesses, people within the city that we have to go to. So to really rely on a business like Feyen Zylstra, it is extremely helpful for us and takes a lot of weight off our shoulders.
Talk to me about the planning on your end. I heard bounce house somewhere. I heard all kinds of, that's a lot of stuff.
Yes, definitely a lot of back and forth communication between vendors, sponsors, volunteers. Thankfully, since we have hosted it for so many years, the planning process on our end has become fairly streamlined. So just making sure really that we have effective communication throughout the entire process is what really makes for a successful event.
I would imagine after you've been doing this for 12 years, you don't always want to do the same thing every year, right? Are there new things for this year?
Not for this year specifically. I know that over the years we have expanded. We didn't always have 1,000 people in attendance. The event has only grown in size and popularity year to year. So yeah, this year, bounce houses, face painting, balloon twisting, hairspray, tattoos, free raffle prizes for the kids. It'll be really fun.
This all takes place where? What address? What time? Give me the particulars.
Yeah, so it is at our headquarters, which is 2396 Hillside Drive, right on the corner of Alpine and Hillside, and it is from 6 to 8:30 p.m. on August 4th.
And this event usually, what one thing does the line get longest for fast? If you want to do this, you better get here on time or early.
Oh, I'd say they're all really popular. I feel like the kids really like the balloon twisting. Do you have any insight on that?
I think overall it's just pretty good. The bounce house usually seems to be pretty popular. I believe there's ice cream and stuff there too that you guys have. That one's always popular. Free food, hot dogs. So those are always, the food and stuff's always a big hit there for the kids.
This is not the only National Night event going on, certainly in West Michigan, but even in Walker, there's other events.
Yep. So we have 3 within our city. So there's 2 other more traditional ones where they're a block party style, not hosted by a business. The neighborhoods get together and put those together. There's one in the English Hills neighborhood up there, and then there's another one down in Standale in a neighborhood there.
National Night Out started kind of that way, right? It was originally to get people out on their porch and turn their porch lights on. How have you seen it change over the years?
So it kind of has changed from the neighborhood block party to kind of get know your neighbors, your first responders, again, that neighborhood safety aspect of things, where it's kind of shifted more to where it seems to be more businesses hosting it. And again, it's super helpful. And I think it grows at the businesses. You get more people there, more people from different neighborhoods that help get outreach and get people talking about neighborhood safety, again, is the big thing that they're looking for.
What's the thing you've most enjoyed? How many years is this for you? What's the thing you get the biggest kick out of?
This is my first year, actually.
Oh, good. So you got fresh eyes.
Yes, fresh set of eyes. I'm really excited to experience my first National Night Out. I'm most excited to just see the community come together, and excited for them to, just feel supported by us and be able to connect with their fellow neighbors.
How many folks from your team are working on this?
So it is me and one of my coworkers kind of heading the planning of it. But then day of, it's really a group effort to execute the event. Our warehouse staff helps us set up day of, all of the volunteers for the event, our FZ staff and their families. And then obviously we've had the support of the Walker Police with the planning process as well.
Well, that's interesting because National Night Out is to bring that community together, but you're using it almost as not using it isn't really what I want to say, but it becomes a team building event then for you.
Yes, it is definitely a great way for even, our employees to see each other in, a more casual setting and hang out and get to know other, coworkers as they check people in or they, let kids into the bounce house. We really appreciate the help of everybody because the day would not be possible without many hands.
It's probably one of those things that employees are looking forward to every year.
Yes, definitely.
And talk about all through the year. Yes,
it is probably, I would say, the largest event throughout the year that we host.
Someone who's considering coming to National Night Out, but may, be kind of on the fence of it, how would you maybe convince your neighbors to show up? Again,
it's a completely free event. You're going to get stuff. Your kids are going to get some little take-home goodies for it. And it's good to, again, see us officers in a more personal light. We're there to answer questions, questions that maybe you don't need to call 911 to ask us, but something about neighborhood safety, like simple tips and tricks to keep your neighborhood safe, what to look out for. Again, there's going to be commissioners there. There's going to be the mayor, our chief of police will be there. So there's all these people there that you can come up to and just ask general questions for you and maybe get some answers that you've always been wondering.
And there may be, there's a lot of times people are maybe reluctant to call police, to have contact with the police department. This may go a long way towards bridging that.
Yeah, I mean, it's, again, we're there to answer questions. That's why we're there, okay? And we don't, it's good to see us in that different light than when we're responding to a call. Again, we're going to be handing out stuff to kids. We got goodie bags for them, all that. There's tons of businesses that are involved in this too, vendors handing out stuff. So it's just overall, it's going to be a good, fun event. And in years past, it's always gone great.
All right. Very good. Remind me one more time the particulars: who, what, when, where, why, how.
Yeah, absolutely. So it is this next Tuesday, August 4th, from 6 to 8:30 p.m. at our headquarters, which is 2396 Hillside Drive. It is on the corner of Alpine and Hillside.
All right. Very good. Thanks for joining me on this episode of the Made in Walker podcast. Look forward to seeing everybody out there August 4th. Thank you for tuning into this episode. Hit like and subscribe on the bottom there, and we'll be back soon with another episode of the Made in Walker podcast.
Thank you for joining us for this episode of the Made in Walker podcast. If you have comments or questions about this podcast, or if you have ideas for future episodes, we would love to hear from you. Please send us an email to podcast@walker.city. Made in Walker is the official podcast for the city of Walker, Michigan. You can find Made in Walker wherever you get your podcasts.